Here you've got the stats from the ladder qualifier. They only played each other 8 times, which is very, very low considering the players played hundreds of matches. The Koreans was the most pick civ and highest win rate for Sebastian. The Saracens was the most pick civ and highest win rate there for Liereyy.
Interesting. Saracens, we didn't see it that much, right? But only 8 times. A bit of a surprise, right? But Liereyy obviously working full-time. Sebastian, more of a night player for European times.
Yeah, definitely time zones there. And also there was a little bit of time zone planning involved. Players would maybe think about it and say, all right, well, if Lierey's online, maybe I wait an hour or two. Who knows if that's what happened there, but it's part of it.
Maybe Lierey's bedtime?
Could be Lierey's bedtime. People still speculate he's 16 years old, but I think Wikipedia tells me he's now 24. But of course he's just an absolute god of the game. Was top 5 in our game when he was 16 years old, 10 years ago, right? And has been more top finishes or as many top finishes as anyone really. Unfortunately for him, the storyline with Liereyy has been a lot of second place. He has not had the wins he would have wanted, but he's definitely one of the favorites here. We have maybe a new favorite in our scene, Sebastian on the other side, hoping to get a series victory after losing 3-2 to Viper to start the tournament yesterday. And Liereyy, so cutthroat, moves forward here. Already steals 2 pigs.
Oh, wow.
Or tries
Something
to.
Very rarely see. Can maybe get the kill here. And gets it. And tries. He gave the pig back so he can attack it.
That's crazy. He's so good, man. I've talked to his teammates before, and they're like, Liereyy will speedrun tournaments. Like, he will just go in, he'll clock in, he'll clock out, he'll demolish his opponents. Of course, did that. He won 3-0. The first series, but he's looking around, and I see the man-at-arms upgrade here from Sebastian.
Yeah, 3 militia already on the field. Will knock on the door of the wood line pretty soon. Let's take a look how the reaction is going to be. Not a lot of vision. That's an exposed villager.
I think Lierey's done the tiny moves here to prevent this from doing a lot of damage. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. He's got villagers exposed everywhere, and the man-at-arms are coming in. Nearly, it's going to be okay. I think it'll be okay for you. Wow. Maybe not that villager, and the quick wall comes in.
Needs more quick walls on the left-hand side, though. Finishes those quite nicely. With that little vision, not losing a single villager. Impressive by Liereyy.
Now, behind this, Sebastian, he doesn't have to worry about Liereyy with archers in his base anymore, and I think that's a big factor to the strategy. Obviously, killing the villagers is good, but I'm seeing Sebastian building a dock on the outside. He's also adding fishing ships on the inside. Now, the fishing ships on the inside are taking gold here in the form of whales, which is a new mechanic, a new unit added to the game. And eventually we might see players go for some docks up there.
Trying to contest that, take it away from the opponent. Obviously, Kitans could be good there. With a double forging, could be working if we get into a Hulk war. Just arresting the woodline at the front. Liereyy needs to back off a bit.
Yeah, lots of pressure from Sebastian. Beyond those 2 pigs, there really hasn't been a lot more aggression from Liereyy. Nearly, we might not even have time to talk about it. But I'm thinking about the civs here. Japanese make perfect sense. Cheap lumber camps, mining camps, mills, fishing, infantry. Kitans are like a farming civ or a pasture civ. That's not your typical pick for a map where you spend wood on water.
I hard agree, right? Pastures is what drives the civ, right? We don't have bloodlines for later on. Maybe some weird CA play that he wants to go for. I'm really surprised by this pick.
Maybe it's a military thing. Maybe it's not what we would typically think, like the scouts, but it might be faster producing skirmishers. We see a lot of archers on this map, so I see the market there from Liereyy. He does need to balance out his resources a little bit.
It is tricky, right? With all those fishing ships here, collecting gold,
yeah.
He will always float gold, especially because he added skirmishers after this.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a resource you're not going to complain having a bit too much of here, it's probably going to be the golds. Archers move in from Sebastian. And this is what I was talking about. When Sebastian played Liereyy last time in a tourney, he was playing 1 TC, low economy, tried to go for a weird castle drop. That's not Sebastian's style. Sebastian's going for a ridiculous amount of fishing ships, and he's on good military upgrades, and he's taking the fights to Liereyy.
Yeah, 3-minute arm opening, right? And Liereyy is the one that has to react. Is chasing this away, though with the superior skirmisher.
That micro is actually really good there. That nice little click to the side. And he can't fight with the man-at-arms against the skirms because the archers are there. But wait a second, now the archers are on that side. Now the man-at-arms could go. Now Lierey's going to need to back over. This is crazy, Micro. This is crazy that they've added...
Should Liereyy split 2-2? 2 skirms, 2 archers each
Maybe. Yeah, he does it. And that's really nice. Wow, okay.
Now the 2 archers are missing. We'll lose some HP, but it's totally fine. And Liereyy and Sebastian, I think both will accept this fight. And, well, the big difference is still Castle Age timing, right? And Sebastian only now rushing up the market.
Yeah, famous quote from Liereyy. He said, if you don't lose fights, you don't lose the game. And as someone who... well, I don't
tell
win
that
a lot
to
of
Hart
fights.
in the Glazers game
Yeah,
before.
I was going to say, as someone who just came out of that game, I'm not sure that's true. But with Liereyy, it always seems to be the case. This has got to be a new record for fishing ships. 18
It's wild,
against 15?
Japanese bonus with that as well, right? And Sebastian, like, do you even really contest that amount of fishing ships? Like, is Liereyy going for water here, even with the extra upgrades on the hulks? Now he's thinking about it, but they're so tanky and so far away.
How much gold is there from whales?
I think there might be 4 whales with 1,000 each.
Okay, so
But
that feels
also the oysters.
Yeah, also the oysters. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, there's 3 ponds with the whales. Sebastian's out whaling right now, 2-1.
So 9k gold in total there.
That's really nice.
Oh, 2 villagers coming in. They're trying to dock there.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a time to pressure this, it would likely be in Castle Age against the Japanese. Oh, maybe this is it. He's getting forging. It's double forging. Hawks do melee damage, so the double forging makes those Hawks very strong for Liereyy.
Can't you squeeze through those? Maybe. Now the big question, is he focusing on the water upgrades? Okay, yeah, medium warship is coming in.
Oh, that reaction was super nice, Nilly. You and I both have gotten our upgrades, looked at water, looked back at home to do something, and then you just lose all of those archers. I know he's lost 2 as I'm complimenting him here, but that could have been far worse for him.
Yeah, nice instant reaction. Now has the range advantage, is trying to go back, try to force a fight, and all those hulks are on the outside. Now production starts over here as well.
I'm really curious if he goes for iron casting here. I don't think it's necessary. He is going to do it.
Crazy. So
Wow.
+4 attack on those hulks.
Wow.
I don't think like 2-3 galleys will be enough to defend this.
No, I don't think so. And it's really tough to play galleys in these small pond scenarios because you can't use the distance. Wow, I really like this from Liereyy. This answers all our questions.
Triple TC.
Beautiful play, and let's see how many fishing ship kills he gets. There's 21 fishing ships out on the
I
map.
think he might completely clear this pond.
Yeah. And I mean, that's most of the gold income. That's like pretty much all the gold income I think Sebastian has had is the whales, and there you go. Ships on the backside. Liereyy backing away, and he's backing away towards some siege as well. Very difficult scenario for Sebastian, but if Sebastian micros with the skirms, could get good value here.
Yeah, Liereyy doesn't really have the answer, right? The siege workshop needs to be out ASAP, otherwise he can't really deal with that. We have one at the top. Now the rocket card, but misses.
Yeah, honestly, Sebastian's got a lot of work to do right now, but I like that. I think adding his own siege would make sense. He's dropping his 3rd town center. He is aware that there's big Navy investment, but there's like 5 different spots to look at, Nilly. You have to be so careful against the siege.
Sebastian now follows up with the siege workshop of his own. Will be Mangonels after this rocket card. Oh, I'm scared.
What a game. The level is so high between these 2 right now, and the shot lands. The shot lands. Sebastian needs his own siege. Maybe could have considered a dock in the middle, but there's just too many questions being asked of him right now.
Villager being sent for the repair. Was expecting some dance there. Sanctity now coming up. Sebastian wants to react to this with the monk defense.
Okay. I mean, I like monk defense, but I think a mangonel or 2 to help as well makes this all the more complicated for Liereyy. It is expensive on gold to go for monks, and he's not going to have his gold anymore. He's losing his fishing ships. As we see the replay there, those fishing ships in the starting whale pond area, whatever we call that, just gets completely destroyed.
And what a massive swing, right? You talked about 21 fishing ships earlier. Now we're in single digits, and Liereyy has to be happy with that. Feels like he's winning on all fronts right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Sebastian does have more villagers. He's got 52, and he's on 3 TCs, and Lierey's only on 2. But this is where the micro comes into play, and the micro from Liereyy is just too damn good.
Looked like another ground attack to me, right?
It's actually a little harder to land a perfect ground attack with the rocket carts, in my opinion. The shots are a bit more focused onto one tile. The mangonel has a wider spread, so that was just perfect.
Sweet stuff. Great anticipation there. Now the next mangonel dance. Really tight area for Sebastian. Doesn't really want to.
Oof.
Gets a shot off at least. Another ground attack! And could probably clear it up. Great move.
Yeah, great move. Liereyy will take that. And Liereyy will be very happy with the score and noticing more docks for him now. So after watching Hart earlier, Hart training with Liereyy, of course, their teammates, starting to notice this big focus on the fish on the outside. Obviously, there's been the focus on the fish in the middle, but the food economy on the outside is incredible.
Yeah, now with the new mechanic that you can actually save your fishing ships in the dock, it feels like it can't really get punished that much. Let's take a look.
Redemption?
Conversions?
Are there any conversions happening here? Any? Can we get a single one? Okay, one of them comes in. Skirmishers need to dance.
What?
That's still fine for Liereyy.
That was minimum reach, no? On the left-hand side, it was crazy how he got that kill.
Yeah.
They were next to each other.
I'd need to see replay on it, honestly, because I was looking at the skirms to see if the skirms were going to survive. I was also looking at the villager count, where somehow Liereyy has pretty much evened it out. Still only 2 town centers for Liereyy, by the way, but 1 minute of idle TC time throughout all of this game. Unbelievable.
Crazy how there were no conversions. Now left-hand side, look at those 2 rocket cards. He's next to it and gets the shot off.
Yeah, you had to hit like the backside of the opponent's rocket cart. That's an attack round. That's not easy to do. If you right-click there, your unit will not fire. This is, if you don't lose fights, you don't lose the game, Nilly. 42 kills for Liereyy, 13 deaths.
What are we boarding a farm?
How many hooks are in that farm right now? You got to be careful, folks. If you're going to be eating anywhere around here, make sure you check your food, because there might be a few.
Metal near potatoes.
Yeah, hate it when that happens.
Fishing ship count up to 26 for Liereyy. Look at his resources.
Yeah, I really like that dock in the middle as well, Nilly. Thank you so much. You will only find the most important highlights here at Red Bull Wololo. And I think there's a chance there's a demo in that dock, but Sebastian's thinking about hanging around here. He's converting the dock now. It's not a demo, it's actually war galleys. Sebastian hanging on, by the way. The kills haven't been good. The eco's actually been pretty even. Look at the resources collected.
It's actually interesting that we have Liereyy with the imp resources not going for Imperial Age.
Yeah.
He's
Which is
committing
unlike
into
him.
more light cap.
Yeah, it's very much not like him. He is up against monks and he already has the attack upgrades as well, so I really like light cap here. Light cap is great against everything that Sebastian has on the map.
It's probably because Kitans doesn't really have the proper Arbalest timing, right? No Arbalest for them, and, well, yeah, that alone might be the reason.
Yeah.
Because typically we see Liereyy reaching low Imperial, or like Imperial Age with low economy and an Arbalest timing.
Well, also, I mean, if you got an economy this good, you can throw in a couple light cap and then still probably get to imp anyways. Another dock here from Liereyy, so he's going for the triple pond domination, not to mention the water on the outside. And again, Japanese without fishing economy, never what you want. Sebastian in a really uncomfortable position.
That's one of the main reasons why he picked the civilization, right? Going for so many fishing ships and using that bonus. Oh, a bit sloppy on Lierey's side here. Sebastian not benefiting from all his bonuses. Also Japanese, you mentioned earlier the bonus that mining camps, lumber camps and mills are cheaper. Not something we built too much here, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe a little bit more, because the wood lines are all super spread out and awkward.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be placing a lot of awkward lumber camps. Point being, though, Sebastian's got to get some control of some area of this map. He is going to focus and drop the castle in the middle. My thought, though, because typically Liereyy would want stone, he'd go for trebs, or he'd get chemistry and get bomber cannons. That his Civ does actually have an option, early imp siege option to pressure a castle. It is very underwhelming, but I'm wondering if he will consider the, what's it called, the camel treb, the mounted treb?
Yeah, I think something like that, yeah.
Mounted trebuchet. I personally think it's one of the worst units in the game, but the devs forgot about it, but it is an option, because he doesn't have a castle yet.
It is okay against units, right? But against building, it barely does any damage.
Okay.
Like it's a bit like weaker, bit more mobile bombard cannon.
Yeah, it does look really cool. It's a 10 it's a 10 out of 10 as far as visuals are concerned. Whether the effectiveness is worth it, I'm not sure. But Lierey's about to hit imp. I like Sebastian's castle. I like his thought process here to hold on to the gold in the middle. But we'll see how long he can hold on to the gold here.
Has stone as well. Maybe we see Japanese making something happen with like mass Yasama towers.
Double university. Hey, some people just get 1 degree. But Liereyy, he's out here. He's going to go for 2. Props to him. I personally am at 0, but you know, what are you going to do?
Single university. Chemistry's coming in.
Chemistry's on the way. I like the double dock from Sebastian, and some of the practice games I've been watching players play. We'll see a lot of ships stacked into the middle just because of all the gold from the oysters there. But some nice raids from Liereyy on the backside, I think. Just being annoying. There's always some red units running into the eco.
Yeah, really nice job there. Killing so many villagers over and over again. Look at the eco KD, 45-3. And yeah, the middle pond, after we see the nice kills there against the skirmishers, the cannon galleons would have been really nice in the middle.
Wow, GG called. Honestly, Liereyy had such a good economy at this point. I think it would have taken Liereyy a little bit of time to finish off that game, just because he didn't have the trebuchets yet. But Sebastian, it just felt like he could do nothing right in that moment. He couldn't move out. He didn't have control. He couldn't win a freaking fight. Liereyy remains undefeated so far. I think that makes him our only undefeated player right now in this tournament. And what a start. He's just so good.
Yeah, that was impressive. Like, he won every single fight, as you said, right?
Yep.
Bottom pond, top pond, outside, in the middle he was winning the fights. It's kind of crazy how he overwhelmed Liereyy, and like he didn't fully play to the strength of his civilizations.
At least, well, not initially, but then when I saw him go for all the hulks, I really liked it. That was cool.
Iron casting?
Yeah, forging iron casting was
but
sick.
like Sebastian didn't really contest the water, right?
Yeah,
I don't
true.
think like that bonus made any difference.
Well, so here's what I think, right? There's like steps to how games progress, and typically it's baby steps that builds up towards an established meta. And because this map is so new, we don't have that established meta yet. That was easily a new record for both players' fishing ship counts in a game. We haven't seen anything close to that. I think in Sebastian's mind, he thought he would go up to like 16 fish and Liereyy would stay on like 8, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I will have the fishing ship lead. I will then defend from Lierey's attack on land with like siege and skirms. I have the better eco, I hold, I win. He was never expecting Liereyy to pretty much do the same thing and focus that heavily on the fish.
At one point, I think he had like 27 fishing ships.
Yeah.
Right? Collecting gold, collecting food. Economy was just so much better. Surprisingly, I think collected resources were relatively
Really close
there, yeah.
Yeah, which means if the engagements are slightly better for Sebastian, that whole game is a bit different. But
Or if he just holds one pond or the outside water, he might be ahead in economy.
Well, so, yeah, and I wonder if, like, what happens if Sebastian does immediately react. Maybe if you add 12 fishing ships in one pond, it's that big of a commitment. You need to get to the second dock so you can recover. I don't know, but keep an eye on that. I don't know how nerdy everyone is watching on a scale of 1 to 10. You can tell us. But, like, for the people closer to 10 there, just watch fishing ship counts every time we see that map now. Because I think all the players, they watch these games and they're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's hard to go for scouts. You don't have the food early. Lots of archers. I'm seeing, okay, someone said someone said 0.5.
0.5. It was the scale from 1 to 10. So 11 is not on that scale. 0.5 is also not on that scale.
Nilly.
Please, take care when casters are talking.
Yeah, seriously.
And respect the scales.
Nilly put 110% effort into that one.
Oh, just don't...
Nilly was very upset when I mentioned the other day that someone put 110% effort into something, and he looked at me with a blank face and said, "That's not possible. I don't like that." Here we are, game number 2. We've got Cumans versus the Franks. Both players will go for their boars on the other side of the henge here in Stonehenge. And it's expected that they'll probably save the villagers. It seems like Lierey's going to get that boar back. Just a little bit of extra food. But the double archer range open for the Cumans.
Ooh.
One of 2 civs that can do that. And yeah, boar gets brought in. Sebastian goes for an archer range opening with the Franks here, Nilly.
Well, wants to deal with the double archer range aggression, right? But Liereyy actually only 4 villagers on gold, so it won't be the full commitment when it comes to archers, right? He might even be squeezing in some skirms of himself.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll switch more villagers onto gold. I think the big thing here is scouting. It's a bit weird because sometimes you use your scout focused on the boars and focused on blocking your own vill to bring in the boar. So I'd love to see the scouting of the opening here because I'm not seeing Lierey's scout being very active.
He is very active, but in the completely wrong area.
Okay,
like,
so he's gone the wrong way.
He has no idea, right?
Yeah. So meanwhile, Sebastian sees the double range. Sebastian checks the amount on gold. He has an idea. It's a big deal right now because if Liereyy overcommits on archers and he's up against solely skirmishers, things could get kind of awkward for him.
But the scout is around for now. Now stable added on both sides most likely. We only see Sebastian for now. And scout skirm with a heavy food bonus. I don't mind that.
Yeah, agreed. It's all about the berries on the outside. You don't start with too many on the berries. Over time, you might want to shift some villagers around. I don't think Sebastian saw the archers, and he didn't see the archers because Liereyy went the wrong way initially.
Yeah. So he has good intel there. Pulled some villages away from this wood line, though. But those are some exposed villagers, and that should be at least one dead villager.
How come Liereyy can go the wrong way and benefit? But if I go the wrong way, I'm just an idiot. Like, obviously, well done to him making the most of this. This always seems to happen to the best players, so there's a method to their madness.
There's still no reaction.
Sebastian doesn't even see it.
Oh, God.
He's got to be microing elsewhere, and there's the fight. And when you're Liereyy here, you're just really microing with the main fight on the left side, so he doesn't notice. I think Sebastian noticed, but he's already lost 4 villagers.
Absolute madness. And now Liereyy knows, okay, I just need to keep up production and this should be my game.
Yep.
Right? This is so brutal. And this game with like human aggression, it's so tough to deal with. Sebastian simply losing track of the army and getting the scout kill.
To me, that's got to be so tilting for Sebastian. As a player, you feel like you didn't actually do a lot wrong there. You scouted your opponent's archery ranges. You had a nice counter opening, but just this weird off-angle attack got some value. It's also on the only reason, like the villagers that are on the resource that you want right now. Like, you want the berries with your Civ, and you lost that many.
Oh, that's brutal. And on the other side, Liereyy already sitting on 8 skirmishes pretty soon for himself, is now going for the stable as well. I don't think he will take the gas off the foot off his gas.
Yeah, now does he know about the stable? That's the next thing he needs to know. I think I would sense it at this point, but he never scouted that stable.
He saw the scout in the back.
Yeah, true. You're right. He saw it was a brand new scout. He should know, and I think that's why he has brought forward the spearmen. Little surprised he hasn't added more spearmen, but he's going to be going for his own scouts, it seems, as well.
Maybe he feels that should be enough here, adding some scouts, now going for more archers, but those will be some losses. Maybe he didn't realize it was the same. Maybe he thought it was the starting scout.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think he's overextended a little bit, which is a little unlike Liereyy. Also, Villager went forward. I'm not sure why that Villager is there. And Sebastian, nice military control, pushes right back.
Forward Siege Workshop was on his mind, maybe. Liereyy getting a bit cheeky.
Yeah, that makes sense. We've seen it a couple times now. Forward Siege Workshop with the humans. But I think it's a misread, right? For all the compliments we've given him, he's not in a position to win these fights just yet.
Yeah, well, he didn't really see the scout numbers, right? And might have been taken or been surprised there. But the way, lots of others to see by Liereyy. Villager count is relatively close.
Yeah, it is. Gold's also exposed. Archer's on the front. That archer will be tough to save. Scout will also go down. Sebastian's starting to turn this one around. And he's a lot on berries. I love the ratios. Typically, you want to have like 12 to 13 on wood, so you can have farms and archers, but he just goes 8 on wood. He has enough mills on the berries for now. There's going to be so much food income for Sebastian.
Military KD is 11 to 5.
Yeah.
Sebastian constantly took way better fights. Now the second stable is going for bloodlines. Liereyy is still trying to make stuff happen here in Feudal Age. And Sebastian, he wants no more surprises. He gets downwatched.
Yeah. Well, he does notice the stables here, and he obviously sees some of the scouts. The issue for the Franks is they can't compete with Bloodline scouts that easily. They do still have extra HP, but it doesn't match Bloodlines. Bloodlines is now in for Liereyy, so if Liereyy can match the scout numbers, he should be in a healthy position, but the numbers are still so high.
10 versus 4. This should be a good engagement for Sebastian. Remember, gold always spawns to the front, so Sebastian knows if I keep up the pressure, Castle Age will be tricky for you.
Yeah, seriously. Love the recovery from Sebastian here. Skirms are a bit of a liability, though. Archers will do a better job when engaging against the scouts. Still, the numbers are very high. I think the numbers are high enough where you could maybe just full-on take the fight if you're Sebastian, but Lierey's showing a lot of confidence right now.
Both players playing double stable here, now going for the engagement. Liereyy keeps his numbers alive. Obviously, shorter reinforcement should be nice for him, but scout numbers looks better for Sebastian.
Yeah, scout numbers are better for Sebastian. Even with Bloodlines in, his numbers are still there. It's still so close, Nilly, but I think Sebastian's going to win this fight. The archers are going down, and Sebastian will win this fight.
Crazy. Was forging maybe the difference there?
I think so. I mean, forging and obviously the numbers. Sebastian getting to that stable as fast as he has, pushing forward as quickly as he has after the early losses has been so key here.
And now the woodlines are a bit exposed. Yeah, villagers are walled in, but that doesn't matter against the skirmishers. And still 6 skirmishers can whittle this down, but decides to go for the farmers first.
This market for Liereyy, it might make sense, but this feels so foreign to me. I cannot remember a time he's been under this much pressure in Feudal Age building a market in this scenario. It does not happen.
4 villagers, right? What is he trying to do? Like, sell the stone?
I think he's just buying food. Like, he's in that rough of a position. He's just buying food to try and recover with the scout numbers. But it's just, again, it's not a situation you ever see Liereyy in because no one can threaten him like this in Feudal Age.
And now villagers in danger here. Quick wall not in time.
Wow, Sebastian will get at least 1 or 2 villagers here. More scouts coming in, but still the scout numbers for Sebastian, 15 scouts. He's even running underneath the town center. He doesn't even care.
Crazy, and so many farmers idled now. Food income has to be way better for our Frank player. 34 in food against 11 right now.
Wow, I think it's over. I don't want to be anti-hype here. Maybe it's very pro-hype to say it's over, but I don't see the numbers. Maybe it is a bit early.
And more scouts arriving from the bottom. Where they're coming from?
Yeah, there's just too many. It's just too many. I don't know how they got there, but honestly, running past the TC is more than fine. Look at all the idle farms there for Liereyy. The berries are all right here. He can't take the berries, and Liereyy taps out, loses his first game. What a recovery from Sebastian.
Brutal. So many villagers on berries there. After losing the first 4 villagers, like, there are some ways to play against this for Liereyy. Maybe a defensive tower could have saved him, but I think it was just a misread with those skirmishers moving out, right?
Yes.
You said only 1 single spearman. The moment he has like 3 spearmen there, he doesn't heavily lose the fight and isn't pushed back deep into his base.
And actually, I think we need to be ever so slightly critical because he could have known, right? He saw the new scout.
Was it the new scout? I also thought it was the new scout.
Yeah, again, maybe we'll have a glimpse here. But this is how the game started. I didn't have Twitch chat up, or YouTube chat, or you know, MySpace or Facebook, wherever we're streaming this. But I'm sure a lot of people are calling GG because you have Liereyy being Liereyy, and 4 like free kills. It feels like to start. This I thought was going to be the only highlight of the game, nearly.
If we look at the left-hand side on this small picture, there's no scout there. There's the scout.
Yeah.
Right? The one scout at the top, yeah, he could have known. He could have known.
Could have known, yeah.
But it's obviously so tough to know, right, with so much going on.
Yeah, and honestly, a big part of it was maybe the eco balance as well. For Sebastian, he barely had anything on gold, and everything was just on the berries. So he leaned into the Frank bonus, and Liereyy farmed. We can't check now, but I guarantee you it was probably like 15 farms for Liereyy and like 5 for Sebastian.
Not impossible.
So
right?
Franks really proved their worth there.
Yeah, we see all the dots right on the minimap. There are barely any around the TC of Sebastian.
Yep. And also, it was really nice from Sebastian. He didn't focus on the gold. He actually worked his way around, got to the farming eco, got to the berries, and then it was just such a big gap. They played it a couple times now, the little interview with Sebastian in the build-up, and the quote that they chose to use for him was, "It doesn't matter who I play, I'm just going to play my game." And I just think that's so cool. Like, for him to have such a short career compared to all these other players, right? To say that, to then prove it there with that win, that was just so impressive.
Lovely stuff. And now it is on Liereyy to decide what map he wants to play next. He can pick his 2 home maps. Could theoretically also pick the home map of Sebastian here. I'm predicting something like Vulpine.
I like that map a lot. Koreans dominated that map. Koreans is your #1, so why not consider it? If we get there, I foresee a lot of skirmishers, and I think Byzantines will maybe be the pick from Sebastian. Just using process elimination here.
Maybe Mayans, honestly. How good are they against Koreans? You open? Eagle Archer? That's okay.
What do you do against Skirm Fire Lancer?
Are Fire Lancers that good against Crossbow Eagle?
With Koreans and how cheap they are, yes, I think so.
Okay, okay.
I
Even
think
after
so.
the changes.
I don't know.
They got more expensive.
I don't know. I think there's not enough evidence. Like, as these players practice, you know what they're not doing?
Quickly
They're
see
not playing
Liereyy.
with
Look at
Koreans.
Liereyy. He's putting the cup directly in front of the cam. By the way, if chat is saying, like, there are no webcams. Now, you know why? What should we show you? We can show you a cup
Is it a Red Bull Cup, though?
It is a Red Bull Cup.
Because if it's a Red Bull Cup, maybe he perfectly centered it.
Look at this
Can we
cameraman
get-
even trying to get a shot.
It's somewhat centered.
What? Like, we can't show you Lierey's face cam if we put the cup directly in front of it.
Oh, yes, we
Look,
can!
That's a cup in front here.
That's all right. We'll just put some info about the map there.
Oh, now it looks perfect there.
Yeah.
Dorothea Quarry, actually.
Yeah, it's a sunken pit with the central water basin brimming with oysters and other things, which we now miss out on. But we'll get to see it here. It's going to be another map than what we expected, nearly game number 3.
Georgians and Georgians. Wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of scouts into CA later on. Fast attacking there for Georgians, really nice. And healing for Georgians. Mobility key on this map.
Man, the ultimate caster tongue twister. Jurchens, Georgians, Georgians, Jurchens. I'm going to miss that one up here, but...
Well, better than the one time we had to cast Finnish game Valas against Villase.
That's it, true, which has happened so many times. I mean, thinking about the matchup, I think both civs play out very similarly. Georgians have the mule carts, which gives them the beneficial start and a lot of flexibility, but while the Georgian cav does regenerate, it's not that fast. And what is it, 25% or 20% faster attack speed for Georgians? I forget which.
I think it got changed into 25. It used to be 20.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very big number. Let's not forget a civ like Bulgarians. You have to research a technology from your castle to get, I think, 33% faster attack speed. So getting that instantly at the start of a game here is huge for Georgians.
Small hit, and we see Liereyy actually going for a docked Sebastian as well. So both players going for cav and a bit of water approach.
Yeah, and see how the scouts engage. Again, Liereyy might want to save those weak units because they'll regen later on. But I don't think you want to be taking any direct scout v scout fights right now against the Jurchens.
That was an interesting regroup. If you want to avoid this, either you blame the ones controlling pathfinding, or you actually press control and right click, and then it ignores regrouping. Today you learned, Tristan.
I mean, I already knew the first option. I already knew. I was already well aware we could send you an email or something. But thank you there. I also noticed there's as we see a scout given away there. That Sebastian uses stand ground stack a lot, and his units group up tightly. He also uses box formation more than Liereyy does. Liereyy, weirdly enough, doesn't use box formation as frequently on his scouts. He does it, I find, more frequently with low numbers of archers. Just helps units tightly group up. But we've got scouts from both players moving forward. There's box formation as well from Liereyy. And let's see if the villagers are going to be exposed, because there's plenty of vills out there. And my god, Fortune came in at the perfect time. Villager down.
And Spearman around trying to protect this, but nice little advantage for Liereyy.
Yeah, and I think Sebastian will not like how this game has gone so far. He wasn't able to get any value. He was simply met by Spearman. And it's 4-0 KD for Liereyy.
Same as last game. Make it 5-0.
Yeah, I guess the difference was the previous game he traded against villagers. But after
nice
how
micro.
that went...
Nice micro.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
insane, dude! Let's make it 7-1. Beautiful. And we also have the water engagements to look at.
Those scouts will be healing. Everything reasonable here. Still 2 villagers exposing the gold. Spearman coming over for the defense.
Yeah, and it's so annoying if you don't get a scout kill here. Oh, no, you want at least one scout kill. Okay, the units are still weak. Liereyy chooses to engage, and yeah, all those scouts are not going to be able to regen after all.
That's a bit surprising, right, Liereyy? Like, this could have been like 3-4 saved scouts.
Yep.
That could have been light cav.
And that's surprising to me as well. That's surprising to me as well.
Was a bit greedy there, trying to commit against the villagers, and all of a sudden 9-7 KD, and it looks really even, both at 41 villagers.
Yeah. Let's not forget, like, anytime you have an elite level player lose a unit or two, you know, it's easy to have some question marks because you're not used to it, right? Think about the level on the other side. I think Sebastian makes Liereyy work so much harder with the fights because he can actually compete with the speed. And then we occasionally see some cracks in the armor for Lierey's micro.
Yeah, and most of the time it happens that like the scouts of the opponent are in your base at the same time, or you're fighting on water.
Yeah, so long term, and we've yet to see a really long game on this map. I love this map. It's one of my favorites, but the gold is kind of spread out in these small areas on the outside, but the fish in the middle, or rather the oysters, become really important for the golds. So I think that's more the reason why players are focusing on some ships there. Not for the fishing eco for the salmon in the middle, but so they can take the oysters.
Maybe some repair. Village on the wrong side. Hulk goes down. Spearman is trying to help out, but can't really. And Sebastian looking good on water.
Yeah, looking good. Has a population lead. Also switching to archers with some of these spearmen moving forward. But for Liereyy, it's going to be full scouts. And it's so tough when you need the spears at home at all times. And then you need spears on the front. You're in this never-ending cycle where it feels like you need spears everywhere. And I think Sebastian just won't have the spears he needs. The scouts will engage. The spearmen are still in there. The spearmen didn't actually get hit at all.
2 spearmen still getting work done.
Folks, if you take that fight at home, you probably want to reverse the order. Take the spearmen first. I guess that's still okay. He cleared out all the archers, which is what he wanted. But if he clears this, the 2 spearmen first, I think that goes much better for him.
He had such good upgrades. Bloodlines and forging, and a lot of losses there. Liereyy looking good when it comes to resources, though.
Yeah, good resources. Like to see just a quick scan of the farms here. I mean, we never have time to look at it, but there's the farming eco. There's the berries, of course. Farming eco's looking good. I think I prefer Lierey's setup, though. He seems to have a bit more, and he's also working his way towards walls.
Yeah, that's 15 fully set up. The others were 10 and only now starting 2, so nice setup there in the long run. Needs to finish those walls, though. Otherwise, this could get annoying.
Yeah, could get really annoying. And he doesn't have too many skirmishers yet. Scouts on the other side from Liereyy will go for the Vils. They've got the hill. Liereyy also needs to protect himself from this army, and he somehow gets the walls down. Well played from Liereyy. Villager kills coming in as well. Beautiful job.
It's another villager kill here, but loses all his 4 scouts from what it looks like. I think there's still a hold now. Is closing that one with the house. This is still annoying without having any ranged units himself. That's why he's going for skirmishes now.
Yeah, honestly, really well played, though. To get the offensive pressure in and defend at the same time is so well played. Nearly, obviously, skirms make sense against a couple archers, but this is a mobile map. You need to move long distances. What do you think about cav archers as a switch? Like CA? Jurchen's CA do fire faster. They lack thumb ring. Georgian cav archers do regenerate. They also lack thumb ring.
Yeah, I think the economies might be a bit too low to really allow you to get to Thumbring and all the other upgrades that you need.
Yeah.
I think that's really far ahead thinking, though, because like Liereyy is 1 minute away from Castle Age, and Sebastian is sitting on 200 food. There will be massive timing, but we have mass CA against Feudal Age.
Oh man, that right there, Sebastian just completely forgot about the water for a minute. He had, I think, right-clicked the dock, actually, which is what you want to avoid doing. So nice recovery there. Man, such a close game. Such a close game. KD is so even. Economies are fairly even. Actually, hold up. I thought Sebastian had clicked up to Castle Age.
No. That's the massive difference, right?
Yeah.
That's why all the CA talk, it feels like in a more even game.
Yeah.
We could have like built that storyline, but Sebastian needed to use the market heavily, and now the downside is he had to sell all the stone. It might be 3 TC play by Liereyy at one point, and Sebastian has to somehow hold with 1 TC.
And the big thing with cav archers is you want time and Castle Age ahead of them to get the mass. You don't want to be pressured by crossbowman timing. Crossbowman timing still 2 minutes off right now for Sebastian.
It will be mass crossbow with a shift that has no bonuses for them.
Yeah. I think the time, like the reasons for picking the Jurchens is kind of beyond us now. I think he picked it because of the hunt. I think he picked it because of the faster attack speed of the scouts. I do think Jurchens have some bonuses that we can get excited about later on, but we haven't seen long games on this map. It's been all about the early game.
It has to be something with Siege, right? Rocket cards, trying to get to Siege engineers or something, but without any map control, that won't really be an option even.
I feel like there's a slight chance Sebastian has a hole in these walls.
Oh yeah, it feels so likely.
There's so much wall there.
And so many different buildings, right? If you have one straight line of palisade, you can trust it more, but this is so easy to screw
Like
up.
between the stable and the archer range,
Guaranteed.
Because I see the bamboo on the stable, and that's sometimes a little bit confusing, but
no, it might be closed.
I think it is actually close because he would have walked back through it, I'm guessing. I have a lot of faith in Sebastian here.
Maybe at the top. It's so tough to judge.
Oh, clearly that's not open because the Cav Archer went that way.
Yeah.
Wow, well played. Oh, but
left-hand side hole, yeah. There has to be something.
Oh, no, and it's a knight as well. Like, one Cav Archer's okay, but the knight, if Liereyy even recognizes he's through, could be devastating there.
The knight could help out so much preventing those vaults.
Yeah, true.
Where's the knight going? Still idling there. Obviously, knight's
He was only paid
line of sight.
His contract only includes him arriving to this area. They'll have to renegotiate for him to help out with the fights. And they're okay. Apparently, they made him a good deal. The knight's going to be in there. The villagers have been found, and that's so good for Liereyy.
And now Sebastian will struggle with gold, right? He has 16 on gold, is trying to get to crossbows. Crossbow upgrade now finishes, but Lierey's still in the back of the base. Sebastian needs to clear this up. He can't really even have a crossbow timing on the other side.
Yep. It's a dream for Liereyy. It's a dream.
Yeah.
I've got an army in your base. You got to chase me down. Oh, but maybe not.
And Lierey's pulling villagers already.
Yeah.
He realizes what's up.
Wow. I mean, I think he might have lost a unit there. I don't know how it's going to work out. This is risky from Sebastian, but in my opinion, a risk worth taking, because if he kept all of his army at home, he'd have no chance. Can he push Liereyy and defend at the same time?
Oh, the crossbow numbers don't look like they're high enough here. That will be the clear up for the crossbows and dead villagers with it. Liereyy looking really good. Sebastian needs to find a miracle. So much damage here.
Yeah, seriously. He needs to find like 3 miracles right now. He simply just didn't have enough to defend himself. And Liereyy is waiting on the hill as well. Very good micro too, Nilly. He's kind of like stutter stepping there. He's waiting for the perfect engagements, and Sebastian, oh, he's in ruins at home.
Bloodlines has double armor now with those CA. Crossbows are not doing enough damage, and this is a nice clear up while the army is still alive at the front.
That's insane. That's insane. Honestly, I think it was a good risk for Sebastian to take. That army getting in was a big problem. If he stays at home, the game goes on for 10 minutes longer, but I really don't think that he's able to do too much by the time he gets over there. But yeah, Liereyy bounces back in perfect style. Very well played. Just slightly better at adapting on what was his home map.
Yeah, felt like it, right? And I'm not really sure why Liereyy was ahead that far in Castle Age. Right?
It was Sebastian went super heavy on golds when he was going archers, and he was super late with the market because he had like 1,000 gold and 200 food.
Okay. Maybe that was it. But still, like, what was the timing difference there? Close to 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think
the stone.
I think the expectation is usually as Sebastian does his push-ups again.
Liereyy is done.
Oh, Andy's throwing off the sweatshirt. Damn.
Okay. It's a declaration of war.
What if the next time someone goes up to do push-ups, the opponent goes right next to them and they do a push-up battle?
I do one more.
I mean, this series is probably going to be who can win one more AoE game. It's basically the same.
Could we zoom in on Lierey's triceps, please? Just to get an estimation on like how many push-ups he could do.
Yeah, Sebastian has done 13 push-ups on average each series. What's the estimation? What's the estimation for the opponent?
Or just when the score is 2-2.
I think Sebastian did push-ups after losses.
After 2-0. And it was 2-2 then against Viper. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure after
Yeah, that's
2-2.
what it was. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost 2 games, and then he won 2 games in a row after the push-ups, and then unfortunately lost the 5th.
So if he wins 2 games in a row again after the push-ups, maybe he should have done 2 push-ups again after the 2-2 score against the Viper.
I mean, I would personally love to see him get at least 1 win and take this to a 5th game. But yeah, he's trying to lock in, and some people have said, I've spoken to Jordan, and some people have said that that's really helpful. I've tried it, not helpful at all for me. But tell me, Nilly, in terms of the level, I know it's weird. We're talking top 8. Everyone here is so good. But doesn't it feel like Sebastian's there? Like he's so close to Liereyy? Or is he still like, am I getting too hyped? Is he a game or 2 off the pace yet?
I think I'm a game or 2 off to really judge it.
Yeah.
Right? It's 3 games,
Yeah.
and it felt like he can really push him to the limit.
He's got it.
Well, it's tricky. It felt like Sebastian clearly is on the level of the Viper, right? He won
Yes.
the last chance qualifier. He performed incredibly well
Yep.
in on the ladder as well. I think Sebastian's closer to the Viper than to Liereyy.
Yeah, makes sense. And I mean, Liereyy,
Like number 5-ish, 6-ish
Yeah.
in the world.
well, that's what we're talking about here,
That's
right?
it,
We're talking at the top 8. People have pretty strong feelings on who's 1, 2, maybe 3 through 5 is a little bit more muddy at the moment.
That's a big question to me, yeah.
And then like maybe 6 through 8. Obviously settings are different every tournament, but I really like the way these civs can play out on my expectations. If I had to guess right now on Lierey's remaining home map, which is probably for game 5, I think we see Koreans, and Koreans against Byzantines would be my guess. You said maybe Koreans Mayans, so maybe there's some viability there. If we see Thames next, I would guess Ethiopians or Mayans, play towards crossbow and eco, and actually with that in mind, maybe we could see a wild Koreans on Thames.
I think actually
Play
it might be
skirmishers.
Magyars and Valpine. and Koreans
Ah,
on tents.
okay.
And I think Mayans is also nice because you start with 4 exposed villagers on gold,
Yep.
right? So that is an easy attack point
Yep.
on the foxes there. And therefore having basically double production from the start with the eagles as an additional option could be nice. It could be a nice argument for Mayans as well.
We actually saw a lot of Incas attempted, but that was prior to the change. Remember, we were seeing Incas with the cheaper skirms and spears and eagles. Now it's champies, and so Incas clearly not really prioritized here. But thank you again, viewers, for watching. It's been an excellent 2 days so far. It's been so fun. I guess, honestly, we should probably thank as well everyone who's put in so much work and effort, our production, our map guy, into this show so far. And we will have the home map for Liereyy as game number 4. And the finger point person is putting in the work there. Really putting in the work here today. And do we have those maps? Are they doing something with those maps at some point? I'd love that.
Finger pointing.
Okay.
And it is Mayans.
Yeah.
On Volpine here. Archer Civilization also can do eagles.
I think you called it then. It's all about using the foxes. So foxes, you have 4 villagers that spawn very far away from your eco on this map, right next to foxes. You could take the foxes. You do not need to drop off gold from the foxes like other resources, so just killing them basically and eating them gives you the res. And so I think with all that gold production, the idea is a combination of archers and eagles. And Liereyy, he wants to hunt down those fox villagers. He wants to be out there looking for them. So let's keep a close eye on them. If we look to the left side, we'll see Sebastian's villagers. That's what we mean. And then on the right side, obviously, Lierey's the same. Nilly, if you just leave, you're losing a lot of resources.
Absolutely. We have seen it, the approach by the Viper, right, against ACCM and lost the game because that is really fast gold income and the walking distance is so long, so you're down 100 or 150 resources if you try to save them early on. Yeah,
and scouts for Magyars are cheaper. They don't really utilize the gold, but we see a very quick archery range there from Liereyy, so I think Liereyy clearly thinking of spending the gold maybe with an archer follow-up.
Yeah. Scout Archer is the ideal army composition you want to play towards, and Mayans on the other side. Eagles, Archers, I thought, but it is the double barracks opening.
Surprising. We've seen a lot of double range from Mayans here into full archers. It's double barracks. Eagles don't produce that quickly compared to other units, but if you can get enough of them, they scale really well towards Castle Age.
Waiting for the second, or for the first armor upgrade, and then he can take an engagement. Liereyy can't take this. Scouts have to come over.
Yeah, I think Liereyy knows now. I think he knows it's eagles. Obviously, he knows there's going to be a couple of them, but he didn't see an archer range with that spearman.
Oh, scouts are not defending the vills.
True. Yeah, villagers are going to run away, but the scouts are going to run in this way as we see the triple barracks for Sebastian. Wow. He has to react. He reacts immediately, but this is against Magyars.
Is he trying to wall them in?
What?
I'm not sure who is trapped with whom here.
The confidence, Nilly.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, but who looks at that and says, yeah, that's not actually a problem for me. That's a problem for you. Crazy.
I think this was like, he out-muscled him, kind of, right?
Yeah,
This was like, okay, I'll take the fight, and Liereyy was like, oh no, you did so many push-ups, maybe no.
I was going to say, I don't think he has the confidence without the push-ups. The 7 military versus 6. Still don't see too many archers on the field from Liereyy. And Sebastian will have triple barracks production, but he doesn't have the foxes. Well, sorry, he doesn't have gold mining on top of the foxes. He's going to need that for triple barracks here.
I think 1 or 2 spearmen could have been an option here, no? For the defense?
Yeah, I think so. But I think he saw the range. I'd be curious to know if he saw the range. Maybe he feels like it's simply not worth it to make spearmen if he knows Lierey's on archers. He, of course, didn't see the range, which makes me look stupid, but it looks pretty damn good.
Or maybe anticipated, right? Preparation obviously can go really deep in those scenarios. Now heavily onto gold. 7 on gold right now. And the big question is about timings, right? We have seen this matchup or something similar, I think, Viper against Lewis in the replacement qualifier, right? Where it felt like our Meso player did not arrive with enough eager warriors in the castle timing. That is their main timing.
That's so many, though. Like, I think what people try and do, they try and make 6 to 8, and then they're on the way to castle. Sebastian's at 11, and still producing, and resources are rising as well. Lierey's hoping to get into knights, clearly, because he's slowing down his resources, but my goodness, that's a lot of eagles.
Market from both players. Liereyy already used it, therefore the better prices for him. Soon the follow-up by Sebastian expected. We're just a bit out of position.
I love the hovering there. I love the hoovering there from Liereyy. The patience. He could have gone in earlier, but he waited until he had the short villager kill. A shout out to the foxes that continue to pierce my ears with their stupid little noises there, but it's a new animal. They needed to make sure people knew about it.
Yeah. That's why we always do the new civilizations way too good as well. So everyone knows about them.
Confirmed, guys, confirmed. It's all right. I think there's a couple civs from the recent DLC that would maybe make that clearly that's a joke. But scouts are still maneuvering around there from Liereyy. Does he have an army to stop this many eagles? You can't wall everywhere on the map because that rocky terrain doesn't allow you to build.
Especially at the farms here. Right inside woodline looks fine, but he's not going there, Sebastian.
He is.
Now he is.
Yeah, he's on the way. Weird walls here for Liereyy. Liereyy, he waited to the last possible second. The archers going down would hurt, but maybe it's not the end of the world if he just needs to keep his villagers alive. Yeah, his archers are just going to kind of sacrifice themselves here.
But buying a lot of time, right? No real villager losses. Yeah, the archers are fine, but Liereyy wants to switch into CA anyways.
Yeah, normally I would joke and say all part of the plan, but I think that was actually maybe all part of the plan, at least for the 30 seconds there.
Just buying time.
Yeah.
So good for him. And Liereyy, no production at all. 0 military at this point.
Yeah, and he's going triple range. He will try cav archers. This reminds me of what Hera tried against MBL in the Aztecs Persians game on Quarry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it in that game I kind of got it because it felt like Hera was dead already. Here, I would like to see a couple knights from the Magyars, but I guess the eco is really difficult.
Knights, yeah, like 1 or 2 knights won't really help you that much, right? And Liereyy wants to go for the full approach. Sebastian needs a second there. Pause this and 5 CA in the queue.
Yeah.
But more eagles streaming in.
Yeah, and he knows. We're right back into the game here. And the Eagles are going to need to find a hole somewhere. It's not about the first time, it's not about the second time. It's about like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th time those Eagles show up. Eventually your villagers are going to overchop a woodline or something. It gets really messy here.
Somebody just expanded towards the bottom as well. Is that? I think that might be a missed waypoint. I don't think they're necessarily trapped. Also, with all this map control, I would love to see Sebastian going for a monastery. I think he could get to 2-3 relics here with Mayans.
Yeah, I agree. The thing about monks, though, is it doesn't scale super nicely with your army.
Siege workshop!
So, like, not skirmishers, scorpions could work really well. Rams could work really well. Cav archers mass faster with the Magyars, and the Eagles haven't killed much at all yet. I should also mention the upgrades are a little late for Sebastian. He doesn't have the armor. That's 9 cav archers, soon ballistics for Liereyy. He's got some chances here.
Crazy. And the faster production for Mega is just really helping out here, getting to better numbers. Maybe another Civ would be sitting at 6, 7 CA. Liereyy soon at 10.
Also, maybe another player would have had a hole somewhere. Maybe another player would have been too late to Castle Age, would have went full feudal against this. The patience from Lierey's been amazing. And the quick walls from Liereyy just amazing. The Eagles still have not been able to find their way through.
That's so impressive, right? It's like 4 or 5 different spots where he has villagers. It's crazy that he didn't slip up a single time.
Yep. This would be a perfect moment for him to slip up just to curse the commentator. That's normally how it goes.
But Scorpion is perfect.
And I don't think Liereyy knows. He's not gone that direction. He's never expecting this. And this could push him off the gold.
This will be tricky. Villager around for the repair as well, but what can those CA do? That's a lot of exposed villagers here.
It is. No tower or anything. The stone has been sold. There's no town center. Oh my goodness, no, this is horrible. Eagles need to be here. At the same time, we've got the Scorpion on the gold, but I think it is a little bit easier. Well, no, I have no clue who's benefiting here. Both players are in an awkward spot, nearly.
This is easier to play for Sebastian, right?
Yeah.
Because Liereyy needs to actively micro this. Otherwise, the army won't be as efficient as they can be.
Yeah, also, I think at Liereyy, he doesn't have as good a queue. It's not like he had 5 or 6 units in queue. Sebastian had 5 in queue, at least before the fight started. And man, that Scorpion.
Oh, he jumps in. Can he intercept all those villagers?
Nice finds. Nice finds. Great villager kills. No gold for Liereyy except for the villagers that have wandered back to the foxes. And Sebastian, he has reclaimed his gold. He is still on his gold. We'll just see if he can deal with those cav archers.
Second Scorpion even coming in, but nice concave here for the CA. Won't be too efficient. I think this could be a clear up though if Liereyy is not watching, and he's at the market right now.
Yeah, he is at the market. He's busy. He's running away now. He does have 17 cav archers nearly. I mean, this is Lierey's unit control. Imagine one night What, like, idle your TC, make one knight to snipe the Scorpions right now. Could be so nice.
If the Eagles aren't around, that could be a really nice option. Maybe he snipes even this villager. Only one single villager on gold right now for Liereyy.
Yeah, wood could become an issue as well. I think Sebastian's already assuming that Liereyy has moved to another gold. Lierey's not in another gold. And Sebastian's Scorpions, just the perfect addition here at the perfect time. Can he tie up this series?
Villager for the repair goes down though. Eagles a bit ambitious with the town center around. Needs to back off.
Yeah. Oh man, Eagles over there still chasing perfectly. Lierey's got a big CA mass at home, but there's still a lot to deal with. And as he has to micro at home, you can see the normal perfect micro from Lierey's just not possible with all the multitasking.
Yeah, double CA group is just so impossible to play for a human player, right? And at the same time, aggression on the wood line here, and this could be an easy slip-up. But again, Liereyy saves those villagers.
It's just, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me that Lierey's still holding on. Lose that villager, but that's not as big a deal. The other cav archers, I think, have been found, but Lierey's going to move up the hill. He takes the repair villager. CA count still looking pretty deadly here.
Yeah, but some HP lost, right? Over and over. And those Eagles, they will still threaten.
Here's the thing. We look at this, we see Lierey's eco, we think, man, that's pretty bad eco. Sebastian's going to have good balance. Look at Sebastian's economy here. I guarantee you it's an absolute mess because the food count's been going down. The Knight!
You wanted to see it. Perfect.
Oh, man.
Absolutely perfect.
3 Scorpions down is horrible for Sebastian. This is the worst possible thing that could happen. He can always replace the Eagles. The Scorpions is going to take so much time. Oh, man, what a find from Liereyy.
Tries to go for the body block. Won't really happen. And Liereyy gets away with that one. Gets more Eagle kills. Can Liereyy maybe do this?
I think with that right there, I think he absolutely can. He somehow kept everything walled up. Don't ask me how. And if he moves forward, Sebastian's got his whole life on gold. Again, he's got 3 gold mines fully saturated at home. I think he's got like 2 farms.
And the first time Sebastian gets to the woodline, it actually runs out and the villagers are escaping.
Yeah, there's 3 mining camps back there. It's ridiculous. He's got such his eco is fully dependent on gold and the market if he's going to need to buy and sell, but...
And now Liereyy has no pressure at home.
Yeah.
He can micro this for days.
But Lierey's not expecting him to be that all in. He's not going to check that gold. Or will he?
He will. He will. And there's no answer. I don't think that's enough Eagles.
I don't think so either. I don't think they have enough attack upgrades. I don't think there's enough of them. I think now is Sebastian's time to attack Liereyy. If Liereyy is repairing at home, keeping his villagers protected behind walls, this is so good for him. There's 24 Eagles for Sebastian. They just don't know where to go.
They're still racing, but Lierey's doing such a good job of re-walling another aggression here at the gold, and that's a new group of Scorpion.
Yep. And Sebastian still might find those villagers there. He didn't lose many villagers yet. He'll have more Eagles. He's got 8 more in queue. And the Scorpions are back on the gold with the Eagles.
Hello!
Oh, man, this is a crazy game.
More dead villagers and trying to intercept again. What a crazy move by Sebastian. Look at the idle CC time. Look at the villagers falling. Such an intense game.
I think in a different scenario, both players would have been dead to the other. Like, they both played well enough to win this game. That is not how this works, though. They're both bringing a ridiculous level. The Knight will not be enough there. Insane micro from Liereyy to actually get the value, though. He actually got really nice hits there.
Madness.
The Knight was enough.
Another Scorpion arriving, though, and maybe Liereyy can even combine forces. And 21 CA together.
Yeah.
How can Sebastian ever engage into this?
Yeah, agreed. I think that we're reaching that critical mass. The other day we were casting, you said 25. With the math involved is the number. I think it was a completely different scenario, but I remember you said 25. So we're just going to stick with 25 as the number. And he's at 24 now, but it is 27 Eagles.
Close to winning. And those 4 villagers getting away and not getting punished is just criminal.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Just how many times Liereyy has had to quick wall stuff and like pull vills is insane.
Another Scorpion, though.
Yeah.
Arriving. Those are really low HP Eagles.
And of course Lierey's moving forward. So Sebastian's gonna come to his gold again. And Lierey's gonna move forward, but this is such a big, massive CA. Eagles are just not the play against a group that big.
Does Sebastian need a defensive siege workshop?
I actually think defensive TC.
Okay,
maybe.
okay.
Like buy stone, buy wood real fast,
Then
because he's coming to your base.
Eagles. I think they're coming in. I think the quick walls were solid, but they're not sufficient. And oh god, he proved me wrong.
Yeah, so many. There's still some gaps there.
No wood. He's no wood. He can't build more walls.
Oh, he's got to buy the wood. He's got to buy the wood.
House. No, Eagles are in! This is massive for Sebastian.
It is, but there's the gold as well. Like, the main gold is the problem for both. Well, maybe both. I don't know. Sebastian's got CA to deal with. There's still big problems in multiple areas. We need the quad screen here. There's the CA there. That will be a problem for Sebastian. But there's also this area here where Lierey's got pushed.
He's running builds. Both are running builds. Look at this.
I mean, this is where game plan is out the window. And when the dust settles, you just hope that you're the one who has more. And normally I prefer the CA player because CA are so easy to keep alive and hit and run.
Yeah, yeah.
And that still seems to be the theme, is like Sebastian can't actually kill the massive cav archers. He's killing villagers, but he's not killing the cav archers.
The only option is to have like Liereyy mismicroing and running into like 3-4 scorpions, but scorpions are on the completely opposite side of the map. They can arrest the woodline a bit more, but that's vulnerable to knights.
This micro is insane. That's like 4 or 5 times. He's saving his villagers on the way in. That's why I don't even try, because I'm going to lose the villagers anyways. But man, what a game. We're 24 minutes into an Empire Wars game, and it's 55 population versus 64, which is extremely low.
Pulls all the builds. Knows he can't defend this against all those CA. 22 eagles on the map. 18 on gold against only 7 on gold. 2 knights, I think, can clear this up the moment Sebastian's not watching.
Liereyy is building up towards the final blow here, I feel, and it's with those knights. He did it with 1 before, but he was only able to do that because Sebastian wasn't expecting it. Sebastian is always keeping protection there now, but with 3 knights, I think those scorpions can disappear. And he's waiting for it. He finds some villager kills there. Sebastian will chase that away. Sebastian still has some fires to put out with the cav archers in the south. And now might be the time for Liereyy to make that move. We have to keep a close eye on Lierey's base. He's going to wait.
Sebastian moved back. I think he was a bit further, closer to the town center. 31 villagers, no production. Crazy that this never got broken. A town center here would be absolutely brilliant for Sebastian, but he can't afford it. CA might be squeezing through this. Could be the final blow. Eagle numbers, are they enough? For now, a wall.
Okay, now Lierey's coming in the north. Lierey's coming in. He's using this time to move in with the knights. The knights will move in after the scorpions. If he focus fires them down with Magyar bonuses, the scorpions should go down. It's kind of tricky to path through there.
Still 2 scorpions alive. They can still do damage against the CA.
Yeah, I think he takes 3 there. And now maybe Liereyy feels like he can back all the way up, and he can use all the groups. There were eagles in the back, Billy! Eagles in the back as well! Sebastian's found an opening again.
Tristan, could you quickly remind me how many villages are we starting with in this game?
27.
Should the game be played that you have more villages than you started with?
Yeah, normally, yes. Yes, normally you would not see 70 villagers die at this stage of the game. What a game, Nilly! What a
Absolute
game!
madness. And now he's back into the goal, and there's nothing to defend against this.
Oh man, horrible day to be a villager. Still a pretty damn good day to be Liereyy, because Lierey's cav archer count is 31. Who needs villagers? He's got 22. Sebastian's got freaking 17.
We have not a single villager collecting wood in this game right now. 27 minutes in.
Oh man. And again, the dust will settle, and they're both just going to hit a really hard resource wall. And they're not going to be able to produce much more. Unbelievable.
18 villagers. And Sebastian is still in this game.
Yeah.
Continues playing.
I think he actually taps here. I mean, his pop is low. He doesn't have eagles doing any damage. This is going to be brutal for Sebastian. He's going to be 0-2 in sets. Losing 3-2 to Viper, now 3-1 to Liereyy, but he's playing so good.
Yeah. All-deciding game against ACCM potentially tomorrow. If he loses this game, is coming in with some more raids. He sees, God, I killed so many villagers, but he keeps on losing his own as well.
Unbelievable series. Unbelievable series. Lierey's unbelievable, and Liereyy wins another series. Wins this one 3-1. He did drop a game, but man, Sebastian made him work so hard. So much harder than Liereyy had to work yesterday. And yeah, Lierey's just ridiculous, man. He's one of the best players to ever play this game. One of the best players to ever play this game mode.
And what a great storyline for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? We will have the Viper against Liereyy for spot number 1 in the group. Direct spot for the semifinal.
Yep.
Potentially avoiding Hera.
Yep.
And then we have the elimination match. ACCM against Sebastian.
And ACCM's got a lot to prove. ACCM, I still think, hasn't hit his final gear. ACCM teammates with Sebastian. They know each other well. They prepare well. They're good friends. Yeah, storylines are really setting up for this tournament. You know, sometimes the third day in the group stage like this might not necessarily have as much meaning, but I think like literally everything that we wanted maybe to happen today for the storylines for tomorrow. Has happened. Not
Chef's
scripted.
kiss. Yeah, by the way, chef's kiss is a bit weird, right? What the chef? Who is he?
Who did the chef kiss?
What is he? Like, but okay, maybe something for later. I'm impressed by Liereyy, and I'm also curious what he's going to say in the interview, right? Because yesterday he won 3-0 and said he wasn't happy with his performance. Now he wins 3-1. Let's see how hard he's going to be on himself.
Agreed.
Let's hear it from him.
Let's find out right here, right now. The casters want to know, Liereyy, after that pretty emphatic victory by the end there, 3-1. How hard are you going to be on yourself today? Yesterday, you weren't necessarily particularly kind after a 3-0 clean sweep. So what's the verdict here as you assess that performance of yourself?
Pretty happy. Played overall pretty fine. Obviously, there's always some mess-ups, but that's just meant to be in Imperial Wars, especially if you play against the top players. So overall, pretty happy.
Well, I'm not surprised you're pretty happy after obviously 2 wins on the trot. You're obviously looking very, very good as for the tournament continues. Are you already thinking about what that playoff stage looks like, maybe getting straight through to the semi-finals, or more focused on the match tomorrow?
More focused on the match tomorrow. I still have 1 win to go to the semis. Winner of us goes straight to semis. Loser still has to play another round, right? So that's pretty huge. So all focus on tomorrow. All
right, okay. Well, we're going to bring up some highlights here for us to have a look at, and Dave's going to talk us through some of the stuff that we've seen, some of the key moments, and we're interested to get your perspective. But Dave, I'll throw over to you here.
Yeah, another incredible set here, Liereyy. I mean, Sebastian is such a tough competitor, and he's raised his level so much over the last few years. Tell us a little bit about why you're picking Titans on this map.
I figured Hulks against Hulks, they don't do that much damage. So let me just bump that damage up a little bit and get forging and iron casting and take it from there. Yeah, it worked out pretty well. I can't complain. Obviously, the first couple of trades went in my favor, so it looks pretty well from the get-go. But it could have gone other ways as well if the man-at-arms and the first archers from him could find some damage.
It feels like he's so good that you're in the situation where you just need to win that one fight, and whoever wins that one fight, it decides the game, right?
Yeah.
But ideally, that's where you want to be as a player, because you have belief in yourself to win that really, really important fight, that really, really important moment.
Yeah, that's basically the top players. Once you have an advantage, your goal is to never let it go, and usually top players know pretty well how that goes. And yeah, that's where it goes.
So you've been really, really good with the Cumans. I think you absolutely owned ACCM with them yesterday, right? And then you head on here, you get a really good start against the Franks, who haven't found success yet on this map. And what happened? What was the moment here that decided this?
I thought the game was over, honestly. When I killed like, what, 4 vills in the scout? Or 5 vills even? Then I just went forward, smashed my head against the wall, and, then he smashed me.
He had a bigger head.
Yeah, basically. He had a better wall than me.
More wall, yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, and then he just never let it go. It's that one fight you're talking about, right? In the middle of the map, and then he just never let it go and played it perfectly from there.
Yeah, and you couldn't even recover. You tried to go for the market, and there's just too many scouts all over the place. I think you played this one really well, especially after the good start that you have. You see the evidence there with the bodies all over the place. Sebastian clawing back. It's 1-1. I'm assuming you're still fairly confident going into Quarry, especially with the Civilization pick, Jurchins. Is that meta on this map, or is that a little bit outside the box for him?
It is pretty good, but I think I got some good trades early on with the scouts, especially here, and then I just found, I think my eco behind was better, since I probably messed up his eco a little bit with all the scouts and all the idling, running back and forth, and he had to make so many spears. It's pretty annoying for him, and I could just wall behind. I think that was the main thing.
Question about this map. Do you prefer when your bases are further away or closer?
I have no idea. I just take it as it comes. Probably in this case, further away, since I'm going scouts. And
seems like it benefits the Georgians, right?
Yeah, like in that case, I can use my mobility better. But in general, usually I'm the archer player, so usually I prefer closer.
Yeah, that was a really good clear up, and you made your way into the Cav Archers. His castle age was too far behind, and then finally we go into this, and like, what? Give me one word for what this game was.
Fiesta, dude. Don't even know where to start. Like, I couldn't find my chickens. Then I thought for a second, maybe my map is bugged.
Yeah.
I was almost about to call Cressini. And then I found them in the last possible place. But yeah, I noticed pretty early what he was going to do after I had the second barrack and the third barrack. So I just had to match it and then just,
And then you feel like you have enough CA every single time? and he's got more eagles every single time.
Basically,
You find villagers, and then he finds villagers.
Exactly, and eventually until one of us calls, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I mess up once, if I lose my CA numbers once, the game just ends in the spot.
Did you realize at the end of that game, did you ever look at your villager count and have like a,
Nah, I never
oh
look
crap.
back, man. I never look back. I only looked at those numbers there. I never looked back. I knew what was coming home.
Did you think he had less than you at that point?
About this.
Yeah, about the
thought we
same.
had the same, yeah.
Yeah.
All on gold, but yeah, that's all he needs.
It was crazy, the timeline there. You know, the game goes like,
Yeah, like-
25, 30 minutes and you have less villagers than what you started with.
Basically,
At
it
the
felt like an
beginning.
RM game at the start.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to end the set. And I think full credit to Sebastian because like we said, even though it was a 3-1, we had some really competitive moments, some really, really good fights. And he feels so close, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's always at one fight, you know, at one engagement early
Yeah.
on. And whoever wins that can take it from there. And usually, we saw it in the Humans game. When he won it, he just took it convincingly.
Yep.
So yeah, it's that one thing. Very close.
How are you feeling after that set?
Very good. You know, I didn't know what to expect coming in. Because obviously, I mean, yesterday looked good, but felt pretty shaky. Now, today I felt way better. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
It seems like this is a common theme amongst the players, finding their feet, getting that
Yeah.
momentum. And you're no stranger to success on this stage at these huge tournaments. So do you think that experience plays into your favour against opponents, say, like Sebastian, who are still building up that CV, building up a resume of playing at big lands like this?
Yeah, for sure. I think the experience comes into play at the moment. Like when you draft and before when you practice, it doesn't really come into play that much. But when you're in the game, you have to adapt, make decisions on the spot. That's when it comes in clutch.
The bright lights of the stage here and everything like
Yes.
that, it can affect you. Well, Liereyy, congratulations, mate. Thanks very much for joining us, and the best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.